2 days. This game has been living rent-free in my mind for 2 days. I kept dreaming and dreaming of finding a solution of this game, and I totally forgot what I do whenever I wake up. So right now, I am totally stuck. With the remaining evidence here, I cannot discover the remaining blood relatives. So, we still have several family brands to discover. First, the Kellogg family brands over here. David Kellogg III married Bonnie Hudson and David Kellogg IV and Bethany Kellogg. I also have to discover information about Chris Rafferty and his wife, Luisa Garcia. I also have to discover the child of Edward Roottrees, who is the child of Clancy Edward Roottrees and brother of Lauren Roottrees. And finally, I have to complete the Miracle family branch. Now, one assumption that I successfully be sure about that is Elias C. Roottrees is the brother of Miracle Roottrees because, well, I think they have the same facial feature and the same hairstyle, but I don't know their occupation is. So, I kept thinking about this game while sleeping. I tried to explore more evidence while offline, and I got a potential here. If you open the notebook here, in the welcome pages, American school terms. Schools produce yearbooks, which are albums of stage photos of the student, typically with solid color or cloudy background. Aha! So, I think from that hint, the way we did try to discover the recent generation here and possibly here is try to find a yearbook online through spider search. So let's try those. So maybe if I type yearbook, nothing relevant investigation. Okay. So can I find information about university in Butler County? Maybe school? Or public or periodical maybe about yearbook? Nothing relevant to your investigation, School? University of Pennsylvania? Nope. Butler County is in Pennsylvania, correct? So how the hell do I work on that here? Things gonna be really interesting. So you are Wolf Roottrees is a K-12 student. So who else again in college right now? Jack Roottrees, okay. Nicole Matson in K-12. Stephanie Catrol, okay. How do I find information about school yearbook? Hell, I don't even know where each children's school is. So maybe Dr. Wilson, Stephen Wilson, it will practice notes of Pittsburgh. Okay, pediatrician to the star. Was the doctor to the Roottrees sister? Okay, I want to try to find information. Maybe searching the spouse name will net me something probably. Like for example, April Quaritch with double R. April Quaritch. Nothing. Okay, wait. The spouse name is the name of the month. So is this November Roottrees for some wild reason? What generation now? The free spirit. So are you November Roottrees from this evidence? The free spirit. In childish writing, it says November, but I don't have any photo of November Roottrees. Edward Roottrees. Nothing about him. Okay. Nothing. What about Chris Rafferty and Luisa Garcia? Luisa Rafferty? Nothing? Okay. Nothing. No information of Chris Rafferty right now. Clark? This is the only Rafferty remaining, right? Do we have any LaRoque's name? Nope. Chris Garcia? April Roottrees? Nothing. So, nothing over here. Can I find something about university? No. Butler High School? Primary school? Butler High School? No. Butler Primary School? Education? Butler Education? K-12 yearbook? Weird. I'm still very suspicious that I'm totally missing one more evidence here. I cannot see any logo behind here, unfortunately. Taken 2 years ago. Also, this is the photo of the free spirit, and this is the photo of the next generation. When Raina Brenda retired to become a stay-at-home mother, looking for a creative outlet. Can I find information about Raina? Raina Roottrees? So the Roottrees sister married to TMS. Maple Cribs? Roottrees? Nope. Root? Is there even any information about the school the Roottrees sister is? Roottrees School? Nope. Rose Roottrees. Damn it. Am I stuck again? Man, I don't really know what the hell your occupation is. So, how many names remaining? Laura Carlson, Stephanie Catrol, okay, Patricia Christensen, Tessa Roottrees, and Wilkins Katarin. So, I assume this is Tessa Roottrees, if this is LSC Roottrees. April Roottrees. Nothing relevant. Man, this sucks. Bethany Kellogg, Patricia Jones, Eloise, Stephanie Catrol, Christopher LaRoux, Christopher Rafferty, in Modern Music Monthly? No. Is there any information about music school? Maybe? No. Yearbook. Author and book title. Butler. Nothing relevant in the public library. God damn it. How do I know where to find a yearbook or something like that? No hint here. Next. The Rutherford June, famous ad campaign. Roottrees Super Bowl ads. No hint here. Guy Hudson. Huh? Elias Roottrees University. Nope. Better for Butler County. Okay. Conquistable. Butler County. Okay. Butler County is located outside of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Roottrees Candy Company. The Butler County Times is the local paper here. A video game. Oh, come on. No information about something. University of Pittsburgh. University of Pittsburgh. Nope. University of Pennsylvania. No. Okay. Butler County Yearbook. The Butler County Times, Roottrees, and those editions. It's will automatically edit. What about Pittsburgh? Maybe we can search about Pittsburgh. Nothing relevant. Fuck. Pennsylvania? No. Butler County School. Nothing. Okay, what if I search about Butler County? Nope. Roottrees Candy Company HQ. No. You find direct link to the history. Okay, founded by Elias. Crispy Cackly Candy Coating? No. Fuck's sake, man. Come on. Anderson Maple Farm. Is there anything about this? Maybe. The first Anderson Maple Farm. Shadow Brother? Guy Hudson. Okay, can I try searching for fancy flavors? No. Caviar. Okay. So what the hell are in university right now? We know Raina is in university. Wolf. Wolf Roottrees. No. Candy Roottrees. Ron Roottrees. There's also Jack Roottrees. Thomas Sheridan, Chris Rafferty. No result for your spouse. Rafferty Larux. Larux with A. The advertising company. Katrina. Rafferty Larux. Nope. No result. What about just Rafferty? Or Larux? Jane Larux. I think there's some details here that I miss. Jane Delfacio is listed on a talent for hire site. Way down in the credentials, it mentions she got to start as a young girl when she was Jane Larux of the Lucky Larux. It's your mission to only contact her agent in the event that you actually wish to hire her. And that any and all inquiries about her past or her sister would be ignored. Jane LaRoque's husband. No. Clark Rafferty. Jim and Diamond. Is there any detail about Jim and Diamond? No. Charity, Sound of Laughter. Diamond Dazzler is an interactive club. The Flushes, all-female punk band in New York City. Okay. University of New York? No. What about Guy Hudson? Maybe I can find information about where the hell are you living right now? Boys and Girls Agree era. Okay. Father NG, Mother and Father NG and Christopher. Wait, what? Guy credited his mother and father NG, Christopher Hudson, right? And no, Angelica Morden and Christopher Hudson. Okay. Zakaria. Okay. Retirement to focus on traveling. Boy and girl are ready to succeed. Sah Wilson? Dr. Wilson. Nothing relevant. Stephen Wilson? We really don't have much information about Stephen Wilson. Only in Spider Search? Really? Notes of Pittsburgh. There are a lot of Stephen Wilson. Notes of Pittsburgh. Nothing. Pediatrician to the Stars. The only evidence for this is that he apparently was a doctor to the Roottrees sister. There's a picture of him on his website. Raina Roottrees Doctor. Raina Roottrees Rumor. Really? TMS. Their mom Brenda is a singer. Is there any information about TMS? Thomas Buck Sheridan. Drug use. Okay. TMS. Thomas Mark Sheridan. Tommy Mark Sheridan. In Starlet? No. No. Butler County Time? Also no. Time marches onward. 7 years old. Okay. Carson. Man, there's no information about school in any way. How the hell do I find the elusive yearbook? Plane accident. No. The Roottrees obituaries. No. Roottrees. Carly Roottrees. Any trivia about this? Common trick question. Okay. Raina, Carly, and Riley. Are we seriously cannot discover anything about their school? There's also a photo that is still very much remaining here of Raina Roottrees. What about Cow Roottrees? Maybe we can know something about died in the recent transcripts. Watchman of the Year. Academy. No. Barter County map. Barter Country map. Okay, if in this episode I'm still hard stuck, I will use the hint. Yeah, I think so, yeah. Bess Williams is the author, died tragically. Died tragically in major hurricane. Scandal. The Roottrees Legacy. Very poorly received book about Elias Roottrees. You find what is essentially a propaganda site about him created by the Roottrees Candy Company. Okay. 5 pieces. Blood is thicker than syrup. Nope, nothing. Really? Roottrees Media? No. Roottrees News? No. Man, did I really go around without any hint? There is also this guy, David Kellogg III. Kellogg. Maybe some mispronunciation. K-TO stands for kindergarten. Kindergarten? Nothing. Butler kindergarten? What? What's going on here? This includes all schooling from ages 5 to 18. Schools produce yearbooks which are album or staged photo of the students, typically with solid color or cloudy background. What? Pediatrician of the Stars. This is a yearbook, right? 19, let's say graduation. No. Graduation. Graduate. Engineering. No? Okay. Is the yearbook in the public library? Somehow. You see them coming fall 1999. School. No. Jim and Diamond, Clock Rafferty, The Notorious Monjoys, Riot Grow. Okay, that is kinda irrelevant. Boy and Girls agree. Is there anything about school here? No, okay. The deaths of Guy and Patricia. Full place not suspected. No children, okay. This is the music critic. This is Lauren's book. Puff Luck? No, not that one. Roottrees has pledged host to many Roottrees advertisements for many including 5 pieces. 5 pieces? No, okay. Crack Roottrees, nothing relevant. What is the Diamond's Dazzler? Can I try to search you here? No. Wolf Roottrees. Nothing, okay. Candy Roottrees. Huh? Candy, Nikki, Nina, the Flusses. But the Flusses is surprisingly not a Music Monthly. What's going on? Peter Janovitz. Maybe search their name in MMM. A great many review. Okay, specific. You may have better luck searching for those instead. Wait, searching for an album name. Conquistador. 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 Nothing relevant either. What? Huh. Saturday night, we cannot afford gas. No, the song doesn't make any reference to a university. Butler County time, we know about that. Stephanie Jones, okay. Conquistador. I want to have a look at your book again, probably. Caroline Madsen. Wait, nothing relevant. What? November, no. Caroline Morden. (1987), dedicated to Eloise and Stephanie. Trying to settle with boring man, who she calls completely bogus. Stephen Wilson. Controversy? No, okay. The opposite of boring. Okay, you are a professor, like Clancy Roottrees Jr. Clancy Roottrees Jr. Carl Roottrees. Ernie Jr. Okay, Brenda White. Broke his arm falling down the stairs. Okay. Charity fan, eh? Roottrees Charity? Carl Roottrees, eh? Clancy Edward Roottrees. C. Nothing relevant. The Clanset. Okay, about the Clanset Trust. Okay, blood relative. An account is created for each blood relative at birth. The actual number never fully disclosed. (1994), the Roottrees versus RR. But the 5-piece guarantee. I think you mentioned about Lauren mentioned about professor or something. Bob forced Clancy to send him to the academy. No. Jacob died and then Lauren was pregnant. Father was the head lawyer who created the Clanset Trust. Complaints, Gwen. Dynasty. Sam. Was listening to his parents' latest music. Diamond LaRoux. The LaRoux sister, okay. Any song 1960, okay. Now that he has passed, they have moved on to bigger and better ventures. Diamond and Jane has been touring some famous faces. Ever heard the Roottrees? Looking to release an album. Lucky LaRoux? No, okay. Record label? Nope. Okay, what the fuck is David Kellogg anyway? Is that somebody who is like related to someone? Christopher Hudson. Why is it so hard to find something here? What? James Borden. No information about James Borden either. Huh? No information about you other. Modern family. Kellogg family. Roottrees family. So why everyone I can search the family name but not some of them? Like maybe Cosell family? Cornwall family? Cornwall looks like an ancient Cornwall family. Nope. They know Cornwall. No. Helen Lennon. Lennon family. So is everybody changing their last name? That's what make them unsearchable. But I already tried searching for Bonnie Kellogg and nothing is happening. David Kellogg the fourth. Fuck's sake, man, come on. Can I even search for a famous person? Nope. So the search engine is extremely limited. Like, jeez, man. I think I already searched Gwendolyn Wilson. No? Okay. Mark Landon is a boring man. Clara Lansing. Clara Roottrees. No, that is Zachariah Morden, right? Zach Morden. Samantha Roottrees. Nothing relevant. So you are publishing using your... Yup. You are now... Your name is Sam Madsen. Okay. What about Laura Roottrees? Nothing relevant about them. April Roottrees? Nothing either. What? Joanne Roottrees? Nope. Walter Forsythe? Linus Cornwall? What about Queen Cornwall? Maybe I can find something? No, Queen Roottrees is your last name? Tessa Roottrees? Man. Catherine Roottrees? Joanne Roottrees, Jacob Rafferty, Sam Madsen, Nicole Madsen, Deborah Bain, Sam Cattrall, Gwyneth Cattrall. Nope, nothing. Oh. Angelica Hudson? What? Okay, I swear that Clancy is mentioned somewhere, right? In someone else biography. Rebellious things swashbuckle my heart. Ugh. My first published book, Lauren Roottrees, Swashbuckle My Heart. Walking in the woods after school. Nothing relevant. Really? James Rafferty, right? Daniel Franks. Jacob Rafferty, sorry. Are you using your old name for Swashbuckle My Heart? A Life Between Wars. Hardcover Student Edition. Book occasionally taught in school. Schoolbound Publishing. Does that? No. Damn it. Five Pieces, children by Gwyneth and Elias, Laura's father, was in this generation. Complaints. Gwyn complained of loneliness. Okay. Haven't tried to dye my hair blonde. Starlet Magazine. Bad Blue. What? No, okay. For the magazine Teen Blast. Oh, wait, what? Okay. Okay, we find in your magazine. I guess things is cool now. So what about the 5 pieces? Host to many Roottrees advertisement. One of them is already in your evidence. Okay. So what kind of magazine is that? It's a magazine aimed at teenage girls. Their website has a news section that offers condolences for the loss of the Roottrees sisters. Oh, right now Roottrees first appeared on the cover on their 60th birthday. Nice. Right now was the cover on the Teen Blast and we got the cover on my evidence. Oh, hello. There is an article about right now Roottrees from 1994. The issue also mentioned TMS and Brother Trouble. My grandpa was a college professor who taught lectures about history. Oh, always taught me that history was full of people from famous family wasted their fame and fortune by taking it for granted. I should go out and use my name to accomplish something. I think he may have practiced that lecture a lot because I have other people in my family that have also made the Roottrees name famous for things besides candy. His older sister even wrote a book that some of my friends tell me they had to read in school. Oh, wait, what? His older... Okay, Lauren Roottrees. I took it as advice and now I work with my mom, designing clothing. I have decided what colors and patterns I want to model. Then she designed the clothes. Although my grandpa passed away earlier this year, Grandma Laura tell me he was really proud of what we have managed to accomplish. Aye, that's cool. There is also an article about TMS. Tommy Mark Sheridan, Hate of Brother Trouble. He was still mentioned quite often. You read every word, and he said the fact that she was married to Raina. A gossip section from 1996, about 8 months before their marriage. TMS dating a Roottrees? At a recent autograph signing, TMS told Teen Blast reported that he met a girl at a party in Malibu. The cast of Brother Trouble gets together at Penelope's house once a year. Penelope? TMS found love. The mega hottie had this to say. She's incredible. She came to the party to meet me specifically. I'm glad she did. What? Huh? She said she crushed me when she was younger. I told her I have a crush on her from her poster now. When our Teen Blast reporter asked who the lucky girl was, TMS refused to spill, but we did some digging. One of the creators of Brother Trouble, Ron, married Penelope, who played TMS' mom on the show. Yep, Penelope Green. Ron is a distant relative of the Roottrees sister. Okay. What about Brother Trouble? No. So, Teen Blast, eh? So I guess some of these children made it to Teen Blast. Bethany Kellogg, for example. Nope, nothing relevant. Okay. Stephanie Cattrall. No. School? University? Really? So we got Raina, Roottrees, and we can add those to this evidence. So this is Raina Roottrees' second photo. What about the LaRoux? Lucky LaRoux. Chris Rafferty. Jane LaRoux. Well, that it's ended up pretty unimpactful things. Roottrees sisters appear in many ads, clothes in Teen Blast, so you're so flooded with page after page of nearly identical advertisement. Riley and Roses, Sam on the other hand, seems to be mentioned by name less by their older sister. Okay, what about Ruth? Ruth advertisement. Some of them mention Brenda Roottrees. Yup, nothing. Okay. Power Plum, Cool Chocolate. Nope, nothing. So I guess that's it. That is a new magazine from 5-piece. Okay. Sweet Hibiscus Story of Candy by Charles Lee. I think I've seen this. Available from Fight Stockies through Pennsylvania. What's your name again? Charles Lee. Can I search about Mr. Charles Lee? No. What about nothing relevant? Hardcover non-fiction. Okay. There's also a volume 2 of this, right? No volume 3. Okay, there's a volume 2. It was some print advertisement added to evidence. Sweet History of Candy. Nope. Candy. Okay. So 5-piece ad in the 7 volume 2. So I guess this is everything, every evidence that I have discovered. So no more evidence, right? The next evening, a shadowy feature, partial explanation. Roottrees candy boys and girls agree. The late 1950. CM Caroline Morton Conquistador. We have checked those, I think. Yeah. This is Dr. Stephen Wilson. Not much else. The sisters. Got milk. Series of advertisement funded by dairy farms. Celebrities with milk mustaches. Oh, okay. Does that make it to Teen Blush? Nope. So, not much from here. Gwyn Roottrees. Okay, this is Jack Roottrees. Joke O'Lantern. I need to fill this. Atlantis Burden, not much else. Easy to find online, we already done this. Couldn't make the reading and then wishing you fell from Paris. Okay. Jim and Diamond. Debbie, okay. Patsy. Patricia, who had been in her mid-20 when the letter was written, was married to an older man of no notable status. Okay, also this is Twin Blast. Lawrence Diary, this is the 5 pages, okay. 1935, moved to the new that Ellie Jr. Wait, is this Ellie Jr.? No way, right? Angie and I both wanted to be in the photo, but since Miracle was in it, and the 3 of us were all about the same age, only the 5 pieces which really didn't go over well. Eventually, supposed to stop the pose as in front of the camera with Mr. Morden. Was there with our... Is that Mr. Morden? I guess so. This is the new warehouse that Eli Jr. designed. So you, right? The architect? Eli Jr. You. Yes, Eli Jr. the architect. So next is the Free Spirit. So which left is this Eli guy and this one, okay. Also this one, I still don't know who your brother is right now. What the hell? I wanted Eli to stand all the way on the left, since to me he looked a lot like Pop did on the old one. Where's the father again? You. Yeah, this is Eli. So Eli M, it's confirmed. Wait, not you. So Eli M is confirmed to be this guy. And this is Eli C. Right? Wait, no. This is Eli M and that one is Eli C. Yeah, you are Eli C. And you are Elias M. Correct? Yep. And I will still need one more blood relative. Okay, still holding a grudge. Famous ad campaign done. This is Jason, right? No, that is Sah. Clark Rafferty and Jim Roottrees. This is Clark. MMA Magazine. Life is life. Blah 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 blah. Huh. So Miracle Junior gets top billing. Miracle Notable Roottrees. So you are more notable than your father, eh? Interesting. His wife Nicole. Miracle the Third and his wife Nicole. Where are you again? Nicole Smith. Okay, and then also Business Watch. Global rollout of 5 pieces. Pittsburgh markets. No, nothing. Okay. After that, next is Carl Roottrees. Were hit during with other parents, including Carl's cousin James Roottrees. Bendra's person were copying Carl and second cousin Ernie. Spearheaded Root. So he is chosen not for his work at the Roottrees Candy, but rather a clothing company, Root. Interesting. WOTY, Watchman of the Year issue, okay. Our ongoing coverage of waste in the corporate world. What? Can I search that article somehow? No? Okay. Our ongoing coverage of waste in the corporate world. Nothing from that. And finally, wolf picture. I think I'm officially stuck again. Damn it. David Kellogg. Miracle the Third. Outfitted. A Life Between War Dynasty. Okay, I want to try searching for Lauren Roottrees. A Life Between Wars, a few romance novel. Oh. Now I'm interested. Swashbuckler Tales. Where's that again? Swashbuckler. Swashbuckle My Heart. Lauren Rafferty. No copies available. Release is X marks the spot. Oh, interesting. Lauren Roottrees. From the author of the code. It's also keep an eye out for Lauren Roottrees revisiting the diary. Oh, interesting. Releasing in 1975. Scandal.txt. Okay, we make progress here. There was a version of Lauren Roottrees' diary. Unlike the original diary, it contains no picture but has many new pages. One major event happened between release that changed Lauren's outlook on certain subject, the death of Elias. A summary of the fallout has been added to your notes as well as some other select page. Which one? This one. The new diary opens with an explosive incident that happened in the decade between the release and re-release of Lauren's diary. Elias Roottrees had died, and during the reading of his will, there was an audible gasp when a certain name was read aloud. Samantha, yes, Sam Madsen. Although Sam and her children were not meant to receive monetary inheritance, he had a stipulation that she retained the right to run the farm and any and all decisions related to it. It was then that the scandalous secrets came out. None of the 5 pieces were surprised, but it was quite a shock to everyone else, including Sam. She had been told her parents died. Apparently, Sam was the illegitimate daughter of Elias Jr. and Patricia Christensen. Holy shit! Holy shit! Hello, Patricia. Okay. Patricia, the daughter of a local steel mogul, and Elias Jr. harbored a secret romance at age 16. She became pregnant, and after the birth, her father refused to let her see Eli Jr. ever again. Her baby, Samantha, was sent to the Roottrees. Okay. Elias hid her away with a local farmhand known as EC. Patricia was married off to a much older man and sent away. That was the end of that, almost. None of the next kin had ever met or heard of Patricia until she unexpectedly reappeared, now going by Patsy. Oh, that is Patsy, okay. After Patsy's husband died, she reunited with Eli Jr. and they finally married in their 50s. Okay, Lauren mentioned the wedding in her first diary without knowing Patsy's history. Eli Jr. had never taken another lover. Lauren, for the romantic, quite appreciated. When Patsy and Eli Jr. finally married, Elias decided Sam should have been a Roottrees in the first place. Even though she was not part of the clan's trust, he wanted to include her in the family affair. That was led to Lauren's initial entry titled Sam. There is a page of additional notes and context from 1960-25, 10 years anniversary release of Lauren's diary. It is a companion piece to the entry about Sam. Clearly, I did not know our true family history when I wrote this. I didn't even know Sam was a Roottrees. All my doubts were ill-founded. She's a fine woman. Had she the chance to grow up with us, Sam might have been the sister figure Gwen never was. Ernie and the kids are lucky to have her, and her children seem eager to help the family in some way. I think Junior had been running the day-to-day from Suck. It had been a long time since any real Roottrees was as excited and interested in the actual candy as Ernie. As a bonus, Gwyneth has the green thumb of her mother and her adopted grandfather. What I'm most ashamed as it not figuring it out by myself. Sam is a spitting image of Patsy with her jet black hair and green eyes. She doesn't have the thick glasses Patsy did, of course, but I guess that skips a generation. Her children have that covered. It's hard to explain the look on Pop's face when they read that the farm's operation would pound to Samantha Roottrees. For as long as she was willing, I got flashback to when Zack was made president. Butters reframed it a bit to calm him down. Sam wouldn't receive any candy money after all and was essentially inheriting the right to rule over the peasants for eternity. Pops warned us away from that farm for years. I never met EC in person, but Pop once referred to him as a confirmed bachelor, and I suspect that why he kept us from there. Sam had to grow up in a house with him and his roommate, Mr. Miller. Okay, let's highlight this. I'm not sure Sam will ever forgive Uncle Junior for Patsy for abandoning her to that life. If I were her, I might never forgive them either, but even so, she seems to blame more than just the two of them. She has no problem with us next gen, but she has palpable hatred for the 5 pieces and Elias and Gwyneth. Oh. So, that is the source of your problem. This is a page of additional notes and context from 1975. It's a commentary to the entry about her son Clark. With reading this back, I get deja vu. As I read this Underdome, Cross gotten married again. Dorothy however remarried. Sure, I lost Jacob and Gwen divorced White Bill just before she had her second. Not even I can blame her for that. I've seen what he gets up to in Starlet, but neither of us even ever took a husband. With the way the world is moving, I guess it was inevitable someone in the family would remarry. I just wish it wasn't my son. I can only wonder if Clark's apparent disrespect for marriage is due to the lack of real father. I did what I could, and Lord knows Ellie C. stepped up and helped more than I can say for Clancy or Edward. Okay, so Ellie C is your brother, right? Whoops, I don't need that. Highlighting this. Ellie C practically raised Clark and Jim as brother whenever he could. Eli's marriage seems swine and Jim's marriage seems solid as a rock, pun intended. So who knows what caused this thing? I suspect that he's marrying Jane to keep her from running out on the band. Without her, he'd be the third wheel, and I imagine they wouldn't last long as a trio. But still, I don't think a marriage of such a shaky foundation like that can last. And Lord knows I was right last time. This is a page from 10 years anniversary. It's not a companion piece to any specific but addresses feedback. The biggest complaint I got after publishing my diary was how many similar names there are. And I get, there are 4 Ellies for fuck's sake. But that's how it is. Someone would say I saw Eli in town and I wouldn't know which one they mean. My brother, my uncle, my cousin. That's why they become Uncle Junior or Miraculous Eli. Okay, Miraculous Eli, alright, or Eli C. So there's 3 Eli here, right? Lauren, LIC, this is your brother. Miraculous Eli, that is Eli's M. And there's one more Eli, right? Where's it again? Miraculous Uncle Junior. Yep, Uncle Junior is that one. Miracle Junior. Wait, what? Uncle Junior? Wait, what? Uncle Junior? Oh, this one, Uncle Junior. Yep. And then, our family name were always unusual. Grandpa Elias was a believer in using the name of each generation to honor those in the last. His father and Grandma Gwyneth's father were named Edward and Clancy. Our family's names were always unusual. Grandpa Elias was a believer in using the names of each generation to honor those in the last. His father and Grandma Gwyneth's father were named Edward and Clancy. So now you see where my post name come from. One thing that's always been consistent is that any time someone is a junior, there's always a firstborn son, the firstborn. That goes from Miracle, Eli, or even Clancy. With the woman, however, it all goes out of the window. I think Gwendolyn got her name from some combination of Gwyneth and Caroline was Elias' mother. Women's names tend to get all mixed up as the generation went on. I guess that's why in cause there's no female equivalent of junior. So you're reading my diary and confused, you're not alone. Even the government had problem. Remember once they received certified mail of an Edward Clancy Roottrees. I had to break the news. They got my father's name backward. Okay, it's not a companion and a fun bonus. Apparently, this is the first thing she could find that she'd ever won. She knew it was for a school assignment or anchor. And she believed based on the teacher's name, she must have been in the 3rd grade. She doesn't exactly remember the event spelled out here, but she does remember getting in trouble. I got angry when I meet a new girl what I do not like. She was dirty and did not have a pretty dress. When Pop walked home in town, she hugged him. When I told her he was my Pop, she pushed me. I got angry and yelled at her and Pop said to treat her nice. Then she said, your Pop is my dad. She screamed it loud and okay, so I pushed. Wait, is there anything relevant here? What? She was dirty, they don't have, when I told her he was my Pop. Wait, what? When I told her he was my Pop. Huh? Your Pops is my dad. Just... What the fuck are you fighting with? So she hugged Pops, and I told her he was my pop. She pushed me. I got angry and yelled at her, and Pops said to treat her nice. Then she said, "Your pop is my dad." She screamed it loud in my ear. She was lying to me, and lying is not a nice thing. Then I got that Pop took her away. What? Your pop is my dad. Do you accidentally stumble upon someone? So this is Eli C, Uncle Junior, Miracles Eli. So this is Miracles Eli. Yep, that is confirmed. Of the Fallout, eh? School assignment about anger. Top. The previous complained how many similar names, and I get it. There are 4 allies for fuck's sake. Grandpa Elias was a believer in using the names of each generation to honor those in the lost. Okay. Wait, so Miracle Generation? To honor those in the lost, what? So would the hell the next generation honor? Wait, what? Edward is in the last, so His father and Grandma Gwyneth's father were named Edward and Clancy, so now you see where my pop's name comes from. Oh. Anytime someone is a junior, they are always the firstborn son, okay? That goes for Miracle, Eli, and Clancy. So David Kellogg Jr. is the first? Huh. Nothing about Edward Clancy Roottrees. You mentioned about government? Interesting. So that's it from Lawrence stuff. Okay. Okay. Legal oddities, nothing there. They committed a significant crime against a fellow family member. Six pieces, eh? Gwyneth has the green thumb up from her mother. Gwyneth? Where's Gwyneth again? Angelica Morden, Gwendolyn, Gwyneth. Okay, so that's why Gwyneth is a farmer, eh? And her adopted grandfather. It's that farm, right? That got passed on? Anderson farm? Nothing relevant, okay. So it's not on business watch. The second Anderson Maple Farm. Sam Anderson. Nope. Huh. That's it? Summonword.man, okay. Elias hid away with a local farmhand known as EC. Who is EC anyway? Local farmhand known as EC. EC get mentioned a lot here. I mean, this one, right? About EC? EC and Joan when he used to drive past the old Anderson farm. All three are on the books. John Anderson. Is this something related to Clancy Edward? Are you Elias? No. Entonces, hidden past may require some leaps in logic. Try to keep an eye out of inconsistency. Is that name based on honoring someone? Easy, eh? LEC practically raised Clark and Jim as brother whenever he could. So you raise blood Clark and James as brother, right? Yep. That's why you made a band. It'd be the third wheel. They wouldn't last long as a trio. Wait, what? Marrying Jen to keep her from running out on the band. Without her, she'd be the third wheel. Anytime someone is a junior, they are always a firstborn son. That goes to Miracle, Eli, or even Clancy. Okay? With the women, it goes out of the window. They're using the names of each generation to honor his father and grandma. Gwyneth's father. Okay? Were named Edward and Clancy. Gwyneth's father. Okay, Gwyneth's father was named Edward and Clancy. Yep, Edward and Clancy. So you're the one who named you, right? So assuming you are the one who named EC, so EC is Elias. So, alias Miracle Roottrees. Nothing. Okay, alias Miracle Roottrees. November Roottrees. Garcia Luisa, Oh, sorry. I misclicked those. Luisa Garcia with S or C? Nothing about Chris Rafferty. Tessa Roottrees. Or November Roottrees. Is there anybody here with a teen star? Even I cannot find Candy Roottrees. Or the Flussis even. Widget. Jane LaRoux. Okay. I saw Eli in Tone. Which one? Miracle Eli. Gwendolyn got her name combination from Gwyneth and Caroline and was Elias' mother. Elias Cosell? Elias Cosell Roottrees? No. No way you're named Caroline Roottrees, right? Or what? Gwyneth and Caroline. Father and grandma. Gwyneth's father were named Edward and Clancy. So Clancy Anderson. Okay. His father, so Edward Roottrees and Clancy Anderson. Nothing. Anderson Maple. Okay. Mrs. Cat Troll? What? Okay, that is how 5 pieces demonstration, lot of times, so every time. So Butter recommend getting tickets out of sale. The farm offer discount on Tuesday. Okay. Twice each summer, the Roottrees Candy Company can head of farming Miss Cattrall return to Butler County. Free sample of the Miss Cattrall, right? Not you. Miss Cat. Wait, what? Miss. What? Miss Cattrall? Head of farming is Mrs. Cattrall. You. Oh yeah. Gwyneth Madsen. Yup. The head of farming. Yep, Mrs. Catroll. Free sample. The farm offer discount on Tuesday. Maple Farm ticket. Maple Farm tour. Anderson Farm tour. Nope. So I guess I find a new fact that just confirmed all my guess in the previous way. Okay. Anderson Farm. Sell out. Okay. Nothing. Okay. So I guess dispatch is Patricia Christensen. A daughter leading Tina Angelina that his letter was written to her father of a child. A daughter, right? So Patricia, Samantha Roottrees. So you got mentioned in steamy correspondence, right? Historical letter. Tina Angelina. Historical letter with an erotic twist. Okay. So not much from this. New insight and thought. Okay. So it looks like there is an infidelity going on here or something. So who is Elias hid her away with a local farmhand known as Easy? Who is Patricia Fathers again? Christensen Steele? Oldbert Matthias Christensen, the only name that looks familiar. Okay. The third of his 4 children. Nothing relevant. Okay. Wait, is Easy? Elias Matthias Roottrees? No. Well, this is small progress, I must say. So anyway, that was the end of that. Almost. Patsy Christensen. So Anderson Maple Farm is more. So Anderson Maple Farm ended up much more significant than expected, eh? So who is Easy? So if Easy is related to her, Edward Clancy. Yeah, I think that will be important here, the naming sim. So you're really Stephanie Cattrall. I'm sure you are there. That is one. I need to guess Elias C. Roottrees. What is your job again, Elias C. Roottrees? About names, yeah. My brother, my uncle, and my cousin. Wait, that's why they become Uncle Junior or Miracle's ally? My brother, my uncle, and my cousin. Wait, what? I think it's just not in order or something. Yeah. Who is left again among this? Everyone has been accounted for. November Roottrees. So there's someone named November Quaritz that I can search. Huh? Quaritz with double R? Yeah. April Roottrees. November. Maple Farm. No. God damn it. Things is getting slow down here. So is there anything that I failed to discover from what Sam said? What was Lauren? Okay, so complicated. Tessa Roottrees. So you are Elias. What the hell is the M here? Who are you honoring? Elias Margolit Roottrees? Really? Margolite. No news? So this is the first Trout. So James Roottrees is honoring who? Honoring the last of its generation? Queen is honoring Dio. Definitely. Zack Morden, Caroline. Guy and Bonnie, so another family is not relevant anymore, right? Carl. Is November Root 3 someone else's name or something? Ay! Fuck's sake. I accidentally... Time to connect. You take care of that first while I check the evidence. Are you done yet? Thank you. What about Maple Cruise? Nothing relevant. Did I miss something here? So Elias C. Roottrees is a media mogul, correct? Joan Monroe or Joan Roottrees? No. Elias C. Roottrees. James Roottrees. Cherry Tree and Sound of Laughter. Cherry Tree, James Roottrees. Nothing relevant. What about Starlet? No, not Starlet. Modern Music Monthly. Cherry Tree. Sound of Laughter. Vocal accredited to Diamond Leroux. Diamond Leroux, Rolling on the City. Okay, skip it. The section called skip it. New single, Clark Rafferty, and 2 of the Leroux. So who is Chris Rafferty? What the hell? Okay. Chris Rafferty or Chris Leroux? What? Man, you guys are really elusive for fuck's sake, man. For the love of God, Gwyneth Paltrow. Nothing too. What? Anderson Maple Farm. Anderson Maple Farm is not even in Business Watch. We know about this. Summer 5 pieces. The farm offer discount on Tuesday. Tuesday Maple Farm. Tuesday. Tuesday ticket. Nope. She has no brother, so as the oldest, so long as she married. What? What even is going on right now? Do I need to find something? I cannot call my handler either. So, I guess there is more evidence to discover. What about the yearbook? High school. Butler High School. Located outside of Pittsburgh. Like this. What about Pennsylvania? Nothing relevant. Butler Daily. Butler newspaper. Newspaper. Kindergarten. Yearbook. Graduation. Emerging star. About grandpa was a college professor who taught lecture about college. History professor. History degree. Grandma Laura, that is Laura Roottrees, still alive. Gwyneth Roottrees. So what else? So we know this is this is Elias Roottrees Jr. We know that now. I still want to know what the fuck is Mr. Chris Rafferty here. And Luisa Garcia has a photo. Luisa Rafferty. Huh? Luisa Garcia. So you are someone significant? Not in Starlet, not in Teen Blast either. Wait, is MS is in Teen Blast? I think I saw you, yup. Okay, can I look for Brother Trouble? It's a very popular TV show, right? Okay. Dustin, Christopher Baker, TMS Co-star. It's not related to Roottrees. Okay. What about Penelope Tessa Green? Is there anything about you in Teen Blast? Is not would teenage girl. Wait. Nothing relevant. Okay. I guess teenage girl doesn't care about Miracle Roottrees or Miracle Junior. Huh. Yup, I guess they don't care about religion. Well, that's not the Tessa Roottrees, eh? Okay, hospital. Is there even any hint around here? Alphabet, Davis, Secret Searcher, Reversus. Alphabet, Davis, eh? Alphabet, Davis, Reversus. Okay, clock. Alice Marias seems fine and solid as a rock, so who knows what causes this thing? What are you married with again, Elias? Joan Monroe. Joan Roottrees. Nothing relevant either. What the hell? Root. What about Raffertune? Nothing here. Jane Delfesio, wedding singer. Is Delfesio somebody? The Lucky LaRoux in Teen Blast. Jim Roottrees. Diamond LaRoux. Huh? What is even going on right now, huh? Conquistador. Is there any way of Oh, okay. I remember Caroline Madsen told about Caroline Morden. Public art. Okay. Atlantis, Bulden. Okay. In this self-portrait, you mentioned about Professor, right? Dr. Wilson is a complete bogus. Art and the beauty of woman. Dr. Wilson was called completely bogus. Gwendolyn and cousin Bonnie gave out to settle for boring men. She especially disliked her brother-in-law, Dr. Wilson. Is that a doctor? No. Who the hell is David Kellogg? David Kellogg the Fourth. I still cannot find anything about this so-called David Kellogg. Bonnie Kellogg. Bonnie with double N, right? Yes. Caroline Landon. Mark Landon. So you are a boring man, so you don't have much to add here. Mr. Catro, Mrs. Catro, Deborah Matson, Nicole Matson. Jane LaRoche. Why did Chris Rafferty doesn't appear anywhere? Luisa Garcia also has a photo, but I cannot find anything about you. With C. You're not in Teen Blast, not in Starlet, not on Silver Screen. So how the hell are you related to Chris Delfecio? Talent for hire, nothing. Damn it, man. Doctor, artist, event organizer. So I guess you are following. Chris Delfecio, Christopher. Jane. Luisa Del Facio. Betanica lock somehow in Tinlas. Double L and double G. Yeah, nothing. Still nothing. I cannot open this yet. Man, somehow I will need a lot of assistance here. I assume you are a mechanic. So who is left among you that maybe I can possibly search? Katharine Wilkins, Laura Carlson, Luisa Garcia, are you like somehow a start with name RG, Luisa Garcia Rafferty? Maybe? No. There's a photo of you too. What the hell? Elias M. Roottrees. Elias Miracle Roottrees. Miracle Junior. Do you have anything to say about Celergy Watch? Ay, ay, ay. Sah Wilson. Okay, that is the Wilsons. We already guessed everybody. Whew. Miracle Berry, Margolit, and C's got mentioned here too. Cinnamon extract. University Yearbook. Maybe I can search about your book in the Teen Blast. Your book. Yearly book. Great semester. Teen Blast Desa Roottrees. Teen Blast. 3. Okay, Roottrees is Trout. I don't think I will give anything here. David Deathknell. So how the hell David Kellogg is a very notable guy? What? Guy Hudson. Yeah, my god, man. I think I'm back again to square one. I really hope the new pieces of evidence of revisiting the diary can reveal something about where I'm stuck with, but turns out it doesn't really reveal much, unfortunately. Yeah. It's kinda sad. Lauren Rafferty. Right? Out of brain. Lauren Roottrees. From the author, A Buried Treasure. Visiting the diary. Elias Roottrees dead? Is the Jane Delphesio thing some sort of hint? Perhaps? Yeah. Did I miss anything from here? Ugh. Miracle Third. Roottrees. Yeah, I think either way, we don't progress much today. Very unfortunately. We only discovered a new diary, a revision, an edition by Lauren Roottrees of our old diary, then reveal a lot of things, but I haven't been able to grasp any of the newer generation, especially from the Kellogg family. Also the children of one brothers of Lauren, and also the Miracles tree. Yeah, so for now, thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, tell me what do you think about this game, and I shall see you guys in the next video. Peace.